And we are live.
We are.
Welcome back to another session of the Gilded Dice, where we have working cameras and roll 20. Please applaud with me, everyone. Please.
Hallelujah, amen.
We're currently waiting for Cortion to come on. He's just on his way now. I'm going to get started anyways. So last session was in-person session we had, where you guys found yourself at a few more burial grounds of the Uthgard Barbarians. You overcame challenges that weren't really challenges, but more of just challenges within your own group. You discovered some artifacts at Raven Rock from the Raven and the Wolf clans. You saw some weird sketches on the Wolf altars. And you made your ways to Morgur's Mound, where you encountered the Thunder Beast tribe, an ancient tribe, one of the oldest, but have not been seen for quite some time, leaving their mound to be plundered by various groups over the years. You guys did your little excavation, retrieved another artifact, stirring the undead of the Thunder Beasts, and Rognar found himself a great dragon bone. Just dug it right out of the grounds. Put it on the ship. It was great.
Where else do you get them from?
Oh, you want exactly. Unless you kill a dragon. You then, with your newly mounted dragon bone, you guys made your way east. At which point, aboard the airship Grim, it was nighttime. You guys were just kind of hanging around the fire, cooking, having some tales, and just eating and being friendly with one another. Lucius spotted a fire to the north as you guys headed eastward. Somewhere within Lurkwood, a location he wasn't familiar with. Neither was the crew. Wolverbane knew this place, this general location, a town called Dunbarton, that he had some connection to in some sort of way. The large. Oh, I heard of Discord. Oh, hey. You guys approached the fire. Appeared to be the town of Dunbarton was set on fire. Wolverbane rushed in with his companions not too far behind, and he found in the town square a large stake in the ground with a man impaled on it, dead. A man named Alexander. Another old man amidst the just dead bodies strewn throughout the town that was destroyed by some large creature, comes wheeling in on a wheelchair, because those exist. Named Roberts. They stuck 2 wheels on a chair. It's not very difficult. They're smart people. There's magic in this world. Wheels into this town square and announces himself to Wolverbane, calling him the boy that took everything from him. And in his rage and his desire to kill this boy that took everything, has called upon Golgradon, demon of beasts, to grant him his power. And that's where we left off.
So wheelchair.
Yeah.
Two wheels?
It was a uni chair. just one chair.
Turn your cam on, man.
Yeah, I'm putting that up.
Make sure you use Chrome. It seems to be working quite well.
Baby.
And baby Chrome.
So great.
Do we have the technology?
This is it. Roll20 has solved all our problems.
Finally 2018.
Alright, I'm going to move ourselves real quick while Corton gets ready. To the town of Dunbarton.
Oh,
you made it.
There's houses and everything.
You actually made my town.
I threw houses in it.
Well, I hope my town looks better than yours.
That's exactly how I remember it growing up.
It's like I never left.
Sand. 4 houses and a lot of sand in the middle.
Yeah. Cortion, what I'm going to need from you real quick as you get ready. Oh, hey! Hi!
I'm here.
This is
here.
Sepia. It
Wow.
looks so Sepia in your life.
Great.
Like 1970.
I wonder why.
It's okay.
Cortion, I'm going to need a quick initiative roll before we get started, so we can get things going on here.
Oh, look at that. You're not Sepia anymore.
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm
It's
time
2017. Yes.
traveling. What do you need? A roll? Just a roll?
Initiative roll.
Initiative?
Yeah.
We all did it.
Oh, we've all done it.
We all have to
Get
do it.
ready for it, guys.
Woohoo!
Perfect. It always move to the
Hey.
bottom. All right.
I got one thing to babysit.
All right. We're gonna get started here. So, Wolverbane, found yourself kneeling before this impaled man on the spike that you recognize, staring up at him, kind of in disbelief, as Rogdar and Zaya had caught up to you and are standing there with you. The old man, Robert, to your south, has wheeled himself into the town, and where he began to swell and his form began to take shape as this underlying black, purplish hued smoke has kind of covered the ground, and it's just the area itself. It just seems to be coating and dusted everything. Lucius is off in some tree, as he had snuck around to town to observe, and he is kind of has a good vantage point and sees has a good view of you guys transpiring this. And Cortion has kind of broke off to another part of the village just to survey the dead, to take notes, and do his death cleric-y things. So,
Grave.
grave things. Okay. Well, let's get started. Who's ready to die?
I look over to the other side. One of these guys.
So you hear the wheelchair just splinter, crack, as Robert's form begins to swell as the smoke seeps inwards and kind of just pulls into his body, and he calls upon Galgradon, demon of beasts. He says,
What does he say?
He says, "Come, boy, face me and perish by my hand, so that I may die in peace, knowing I have avenged my daughter and my village." And what was once a frail old man in a wheelchair, just form begins to take shape. It just grows and grows.
Battle music.
And now stands a large, ape-like creature of immense muscle and grotesque features. His matted hair is red, and the exposed skin is blue and cracked with age. A thin veil of dark purple-hued smoke lingers about his form, clinging to it. Leaning forward on its two large fists, it takes a deep breath, and it rears back, begins pounding his chest, and lets out a large, bestial roar that shakes the forest around you.
Can we
Start.
hear that?
Yeah, Lucius, you see it. Cortion, you just hear this cry that just shakes the canopy of the Lurkwood, and it just immediately draws your attention. You know something's wrong.
No, can we hear it? Could we hear
Oh
it?
yeah, you can hear it.
No, can
it-
we hear it from you?
Oh, you want to? I'll tell you what. Give or take a few decibels.
You have some kind of effects, a program running.
Anything like what's those lines they use at soccer games? Those.
Vuvuzela.
Oh yeah.
Vuvuzela.
All right, so top of the order. I'm gonna quickly go show the beast.
Yeah, let's see him.
How
this
far
side.
is Cortion?
He's somewhere else in town. He's in the village. He's off. Cortion, you're off just taking account of the dead.
Hey, I
Looking at them.
recognize that creature.
And Lucius was like hiding.
He had stealthed ahead into the town. and
Stealth, yeah.
He's outside of town, just in a tree observing. All right.
That
Not
looks like-
literally in a tree. I was like,
Like in
in
the
the trees, like on the ground.
He found a nice little
Chuck-
tree fort. He's now hiding in.
He's like, that's it. It's my life. All right. So top of the order, as he roars, the smoke around you begins to form and just start lashing out like these necrotic vines that start shooting up around you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, crap.
Die. Why am I here in the front line? Tell me?
Calculating something.
All right.
I love this music. It's so intense.
All right.
Oh no! There's a square around us! What? No!
Casts entanglements at the start of the rounds. I need all of you, the three of you in there, to make a strength saving throw.
Strength? Why
strength?
always
Oh, okay.
strength?
Oh, natural 1. Nice.
All right.
Good start.
Can I say through all this that I have already raged? I am so angry that I am raging.
You were caught off guard by the
Okay.
death of the man that you see before you. You feel it surging through you, but the vines. Wow, the vines. This dark energy kind of wraps itself around you guys and it tangles you. You guys become restrained by this entity.
Is that just speed of 0?
Yeah, so you're completely restrained. Speed of 0. You can spend your next turn, your action to try to pull yourself free.
But like, can I move my hands?
Yeah, you're free.
Top?
It's kind of like grabbing your legs, weaving its way around your waist. You just can't move, and it's now a difficult terrain as well. All right, Lucius.
Okay, so.
Natural 20 doesn't go first. It just counts as a regular 20.
Yeah. Because Lucius got 21.
Okay, would you say that I am within 120 feet of this creature?
I would say you would probably have to move within, like, make one move, like a simple move action. Like a 30
Okay,
feet
so
action.
like I can move forward.
Yeah.
Would I still be in tree cover, or would I have to come out into the open?
Probably have to go to one of the streets in the open.
Okay.
Unless you, yeah.
Squares are 5x5?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, sure. He comes out into the open. He comes out into the street.
All right.
But because I was hiding, though, like, does he notice?
You had a stealth check. What was your stealth?
It was fairly high. I think it was 20-something. That would have been a while back here.
Doesn't seem to notice you.
Oh, no, sorry. It wasn't that high. It was 17.
Still doesn't seem to notice you.
Okay, cool. And now I'm about 120 feet away.
Yep. I can see it in your eyes, Lucius.
Let us let loose. Actually, because these will be at advantage, because it's a surprise attack, I'm gonna fire 2 bolts of Eldritch Blast first.
Okay.
2 natural 20s.
What the hell? Are you serious?
Lucius comes out of the shadows and kills it. Done.
So,
Storyline over.
24 points of damage total.
Okay.
Didn't roll that high.
So
So
that's insane. You guys watch the familiar kind of just glow of these 2 red beams kind of fire towards this beast and hit him. And Lucius kind of in the open now, further down the road. The beast just arches his back and looks towards you and starts pounding his chest. Obviously real pissed.
I just stare it down. But
He seems to-
that's it. That's my turn.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So, well, he's next anyways. He looks back at you, Lucius. Now, just seething. You see these large. You see this. These large tusks, kind of just shooting up out of his mouth. He roars towards you, Lucius, but looks back at you, Wolverbane, and says, "Boy, this is between you and me. Leave your friends out of this." And he immediately
Ooh.
he runs towards this house and just leaps on top of it, grabs a chunk of the just the house itself and just throws it at you.
Oh my gosh, I'm right in front of it.
An interesting proposition.
All right, sorry. This character, this monster is not in the Storm King Slumber, so I gotta do everything manually.
Where's Lucius right now?
Lucius
Standing
is,
in the middle of a street, but I'm off to
okay.
the side.
Okay.
That was a house
the part of the house is just like a chunk of the windowsill, just goes flying towards you, but it crashes behind you, Wolverbane, seemingly to no effect. Wolverbane, it's your turn.
All right. So I'm in a rage.
Yeah.
Alright, first thing I do. I am going to. Oh, he's so far away now. I was planning all my moves based on where he was.
All right, so you are
is that
currently.
accurate?
It's not accurate now.
Okay. I have 80 feet of movement if I dash. Can I do that?
All right, so you're currently restrained as the shadow is weaving itself around your legs. You can make a strength check to try to get
okay.
to break the.
I will. Do I try to move out of it, or I break it and then I can move freely?
Shit, I tried this wrong. Something. You can break out of it, and then you can move within it freely, but it's difficult terrain.
Okay. So that's strength saving throw,
I should say strength.
or is it athletics acrobatics?
It's a strength saving throw.
Which I have advantage on because I'm raging. 14.
14. You manage to just pull your leg out of this shadow mess and just kick it away. You start hacking at it with your axe. You manage to get yourself free.
All right. Okay, so what are each of these squares? 5 feet, 10 feet?
5 feet.
5 feet. But they count as 10 right now on inside, so 10, 20. Moving out of it, is it 25?
No, it's just moving within it or into it. So
25.
Yeah.
I can't split it up between a dash.
No.
I'll just move my full 25, 30, 35, 40. We get right about there.
Okay.
And I'll say, how did the mountain crashers know Alexander was my father? Was it you that told them?
There's no reply, as he's just currently tearing into the house. But maybe he'll pay on his turn. Zaya, as you see Wolverbane escape out of this.
I'll be back in 5 minutes, sorry.
Oh, jeez. Zaya?
Okay. So how far is he? Is he like over 60 feet or is
Fuck, I mean...
It's not scaled, right?
No, I mean...
Yeah, he's way over 60.
Yeah? Okay.
Say about 90 feet away. The measuring doesn't work. He's about 90 feet away.
Okay.
Just take 66% of the measurement.
All right,
Fix
I'm back.
up your grids, man.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna
I'd
try
say
and-
he's like 110 feet, maybe.
No, like he's elevated as well, about 30 feet. So we'll say 110 feet.
Okay, well, I'm gonna... Okay, so basically, can I even get out of there? Because my speed is 25, half...
Well, you're currently restrained, so you need to try to break the restraint.
Okay, so how do I do that?
Strength saving throw.
Which I will try to do. Strength straight?
Yep, strength saving throw. You start pulling on the entanglement, but it just kind of pulls you deeper. You find yourself can't move.
Okay.
That was your action.
I'm gonna inspire Wolf.
Okay.
And I will just tell him, go Wolverine, you can do it, you know, like just think of all the stuff that you've did, like those guys in all of the towns that we've been to. And, you know, this is just another of those guys that we can scavenge afterwards and stuff.
Oh, scavenge the bodies of my townspeople. Thank you. I am inspired.
You're inspired to do. Rogadar, struggling beside as well.
Yep, same thing. I want to get out of these things. 19.
Yeah, you just break them off. They seem solid yet made of smoke. It's strange, but you break them all off.
Okay. Then I'll move out. So 10, 15 to there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's 30. And he should be within 120 then, so I'll just fire firebolt at him.
All right. You notice that he just has this intense glare at Wolverbane. Looks like his whole being just focused on Wolverbane. It's not really paying attention to you guys as you fire 2 bullets towards him.
12 to hit.
That misses.
Yeah.
It just kind of flies into the already ignited building that he's standing on. It just kind of dissipates into the fire. Catches a bed on fire inside.
That's it.
Cortion, you're off into somewhere else in the village. You've been kind of looking dead.
Yeah.
Doing your thing.
I figure I could hear this situation happening, and I'm gonna come running.
All right. Yeah. I'll say it
I'd
takes
like
a
to-
whole dash action to get to the field.
Okay. Put me on the field where you think that I am.
I'll say to the west here.
Okay. And distance-wise, I think everybody's pretty far. So that's, what are we saying that is? 90 feet?
Yeah. 5, 10.
And then in this situation, I don't think I can really reach anybody with magic, so I'm going to. So I made a dash, which was an action. Can I use anything else to continue moving?
Not unless you have some.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I
it's-
don't
you're-
have anything else. I'm going to. Just for myself, I think I'm going to. I'll use resist on myself, which is touch, concentration, and before the spell ends, I can roll a d4 and add that number to my saving throw.
Oh, nice.
Blink.
All right. All right. Top of the rounds, Lucius. You see this beast that just leapt on top of the onto the building. He's kind of broken your line of sight now. You can't really see him over top of the arc of the building. You maybe catch the top of his head once in a while. It'd be some partial cover for sure. Make him a difficult target.
If I run sort of closer into the square, would I get a better line of sight?
Yeah, put you in the battlefield though.
Yeah, I'll run kind of in sort of it's not letting me ping. Oh, I have the ruler on.
Zigzag, you zigzag.
Like that direction?
Yeah, sure.
And then I'm going to.
Bye.
So now that I can. Oh.
Sorry.
Now that I can see it better, I'm going to lob a fireball at it.
All right. So it's a dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw, yeah.
All right.
Oh, terrible.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a garbage roll.
18.
Oh, yeah, he saves. So he takes 13 damage. 13 fire damage.
Okay, so this.
I did better with just Eldritch Blasts.
All right, the fire kind of it coats his body as it explodes right beside him. Not seeming to do much damage as you thought it would have done. But he looks at you, Lucius. His nostrils are flaring. He kind of broke his concentration on Wolverbane. He looks at you and he looks real pissed that you've interrupted him again. And now he's looking right at you, Lucius.
Okay.
You roll the dice.
But he just pounds his fist onto the top of the room and doesn't seem to do anything.
Alright. I will, I'll end my turn there, cautiously, just watching.
Yeah. All right. He's gonna hurl another piece of house towards you, Wolverbane. Sorry. 25 to hit.
Yep, that hits me.
Should have made a map for this.
Or just filled in its character sheet.
Yeah, I know. This giant thing comes flying towards you, doing. I'm almost done, guys. I made a macro for everything else except this. 24 points of damage as it just collides into your face. This fiery mass of wood and stone just crashes into Wolverbane. 24 points.
Half because I'm raging, so 12.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
And he says to you, Wolverbane, I told them nothing. Alexander belonged to my village. They already knew. And it's your turn, Wolverbane.
All right. So, do I have 80 feet here?
5, 10, 15, 20. Yes. And it's about 80 feet, 70 feet to the base of this house, 30 feet up.
30 feet up.
Yeah.
So I can't charge. I can't dash and jump to throw myself higher.
No. And to jump, it would be an action. Would it not? Yeah.
I don't know. Jumping?
It would be some of your movement.
Some kind
Oh,
of.
I guess. Can you dash? Sure. Try it. You can dash and then make an athletics check to see if you make the leap.
So I want to do charge attack, which I start by dashing.
Oh, but you want to leap into him? Or are you
Leap
gonna
into
climb up? Like
What?
climb up and then
I didn't think
It's a
it's
charge.
30 feet up, but okay, yeah, I'll.
it's like a multi-story house. It's just on top of it.
Where in the square is Alexander's body on a stake?
About there, where you guys were looking up at it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we were so close.
Yeah, you're right next to it.
Okay, so I won't do that. I'll just I'll hold my action, which will be an attack. No, it'll be a charge. I'll hold my action, which will be a charge attack. But I'll say, "Come down here and face me."
He kind of just beats his chest and says, "Oh, I'd love to." And he kind of you see him kind of get ready to just pounce off this building. But he kind of shoots a glance at your friends. Anything else, Wolverbane?
Just holding my action.
Okay. Zaya.
I'm gonna try to exit this area again. Too far. Strength saving throw?
Yep.
12.
You pull one leg free, but the other one just keeps getting grabbed. You're almost there, but not quite.
Okay, so I'll at least inspire Rogadar this turn. And they'll say, Rogadar, I'm still stuck in here, but you are able to free yourself. You're my hero! And that's all. But you're inspired, right?
Rogadar, you inspired?
Sorry. Yeah, I'm inspired.
Clearly so inspired right now.
He's just like, Rogadar, it's your turn.
Since Wolverbane just... Okay, first question. Did I notice that Lucius' fire didn't really do too much to him?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
As this creature's kind of standing in fire itself,
22.
you saw it kind of went up his body a bit, and it kind of dissipated. It's almost like the smoke kind of pushed it off, like that little veil that's on him.
Okay. Well, seeing that, I will take a couple steps over to Wolverbane, because I know he does some rash things sometimes. And he just challenged this thing. And then I'll just shoot a second level magic missile at him.
Alright.
17 points of damage.
Okay. Magic missile just come flying out and just target this creature, just fly towards him, blasting into him. He loses his focus on Wolverbane, looks at you, Rogadar, starts pounding his chest.
And then bonus action, I'll just enter a ready stance for if he decides to charge.
Alright, well, let's see what he does. Looking at you, Rogadar, he just starts frothing at the mouth. Ooh. You're so fucking lucky. And just starts pounding in just pure anger. You see the muscles swell on his body. Cortion.
I'm going to... I still don't think I can reach everybody. Even if I were to dash, then yes. Let's see. I can get myself to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I get myself to here by walking, by my normal speed.
Yeah.
And then there's still this much to go. Too much. I'm gonna dash, and then I'm gonna catch up with the bulk of the people over here.
Sure. 60 feet puts you over here. Perfect.
I'm gonna say I'm about there.
Sure. And you see now, like there's like this pit of smoky vines that Zaya's kind of being trapped in and struggling to get out of. All right. Lucius. You see Wolverbane and Rogar kind of challenging this thing to come down from its perch, as it seems to be getting just enraged by your involvement. What do you do?
I'm gonna use my bonus action to hex it.
Okay.
I am going to give it disadvantage on. Let's go with strength checks,
All right.
and then I'm going to move as far away from it, like up to 120 feet away from it.
Sure.
So like somewhere over there where I can get a clear shot,
Yeah.
and then fire 2 bolts,
All right.
20 and 14.
First one hits. Second one just blasts the house.
So 8 points of damage total.
All right. And now he's real pissed. He kind of just sees you, Lucius, off in the distance. Just a thorn in his side, endlessly. Just absolutely enraged by the fact that you are just getting all in his face. But you kind of you're just a little bit too far for him. Where are you?
And it depends how much you moved him last turn.
That was an accident. I didn't mean to press that.
As he pounds his chest, enraged, Lucius, at what you're doing to him, you see his muscles swell for a second, and some of the burn marks on his body heal just a little bit.
Okay.
All right. Top of the order is our pal. He laughs at you, Wolverbane, and says, "No matter, your friends will die with you." And he kind of lets out this deep laugh. And you see himself take his big hands, slap it on his chest, and he goes invisible.
Oh no.
What? Where'd he go? The DM is laughing.
Am I still entangled although he's gone?
Oh, he's not gone. Wolverbane, your turn.
Well, I'm left there just talking out to the air, I guess. Man, does this end my rage?
Oh, does it now?
At the end of my turn, it would. Oh wait, is it the end of the turn?
Quick roll with our attack Wolverine.
Let me find out when exactly the rage ends.
I poke him with my dagger, see if that does anything.
Yeah, can I attack? Can I cut myself?
That's a debatable thing.
Well,
It
what's
ends
your
if you're
rule?
not gonna, or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature last turn or taken damage since. So it's at the end of your turn.
Okay. So there were so many things I wanted to say, and now I kind of forget them. Let me see.
Write it down, man.
Guess so. I just, do you know what? I'm gonna. Can I run over to Zaya?
Yeah.
And cut the tangles from her feet?
Sure.
Thanks, man.
As you cut them, it kind of still weaves her way up her body, but it'll help her get her out on her turn for her check.
Right.
As you aid her.
I'm gonna say, show yourself. You've killed my family, and this is my new family here, and we're all gonna fight together.
You hear a voice kind of reply, just a mix of myths. You're not really sure where it's coming from. He says, I killed your family. This village was my family. And because of you, they are all dead. Zaya. So Wolverbane is there just hacking away at these vine tentacle things. A lumberjack. Wanna try to get out?
Yeah.
Alright.
Do I have to do another strength check?
Yeah, strength check with advantage.
Oh, but this does not. I hope it will make a difference.
Yeah, this time no problem.
That's
You pull one
supposed-
leg out, Wolverine just picks you, lifts you, and just hacks the bottom of the other one, and just kind of pulls you out of these vines, and they
Phew!
recede. No longer restrained.
That's great. And I'm gonna. Is that my action? No, I have an action still.
Oh, that was your action, yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess all I can do.
Rogadar.
Okay.
Move out? Do I move myself out?
So
Yeah, you can move your...
I'm gonna sort of like move right there.
Okay.
My action will be to, if I'm attacked, attack something if it in that area that's hit me.
Mhm.
That'll be my action to set as my reaction, and as a bonus action, I'm gonna enter a ready stance as well.
Alright. Cortion.
I'm going to move just ever so slightly to put myself in range to get these 3 and hit them with aid.
Alright.
So that's 10 HP. I'm using it at level 3, so 10 HP.
So that one gets 10 temporary HP?
10 temporary and
Ooh,
Alright.
cashing those in.
Lucius, you see your companions gathering and forming a fighting line.
Okay.
Does Hex kind of act like a hunter's mark? You know where he is?
It doesn't explicitly say that, so I'm gonna say no. I'm going to run back into the trees
Okay.
and use my action to hide.
Okay. Be a stealthy roll.
$20.
Okay. At which point, 4 of you guys, you kind of hear you hear one of the villages kind of snap. As something just seems to have just crushed it a bit. You're caught off guard, trying to pinpoint the location of this creature. And he comes just out of nowhere, just big pound, landing right beside you guys, and just smashing Wolverbane. Revealing him. Boop. As he comes crashing down from some massive jump, goes for the punch, Wolverbane. He punches you. What does he do? Oh, yes. He punches you twice with his fist, just these 2 large fists right into your face. 13 to hit,
Nope.
and 23 to hit.
Yeah, that one hits.
Second one, first one you kind of dodge. Second one claps you, just for 8 points of damage. And he does that. He rears back and he bites you with his big jaw. 26 to hit
Yeah.
for 10 points of piercing damage.
So first one was 8, then 10,
So
18.
18 total.
Okay. For the miss, when he misses, I'm gonna riposte. Riposte? I think that's how I said it.
that's
So I'm gonna spend a superiority dice, and use my reaction to expend 1 dice and make a melee attack, and adding 1d8 to the damage rolled.
Okay. You're not raging, right, anymore? So you
No.
took full damage?
I took the full damage.
That hits.
22.
Yeah.
That's plus roll d8 1. So that's 8 damage for that.
Alright. Just blasted into him. That is turn, and Wolverbane, it's your turn. Now staring down this beast.
How long does my inspiration last?
You still have it.
I still have it?
How long does it last?
It's like a minute or something?
I think it's 10.
I think it's 10 minutes too, yeah.
Sweet. Okay.
Okay.
Good to know. Good to know. I'm gonna rage again.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Alright, back to raging.
Okay. I'm gonna grapple him.
Okay.
He has disadvantage on attacks because of Hex, right?
No, he's
No,
Sorry,
he has
disadvantage on
disadvantage
strength.
on strength checks.
But the receiver gets to choose between Dex or Strength.
I guess so. I get advantage because I'm raging. So
Right.
it's my athletics.
Yeah.
Dang, that sucks.
Versus his athletics or strength.
Unless I use, I can use my inspiration, which is what kind of dice roll is inspiration?
At the 8.
I will. Nice.
So 21?
23.
Oh, you're lucky. He rolled a 22. You leap up on top of him, just barely getting yourself out of this entangled state. You just clamber on top of him. It's kind of smoke cases your arms for a bit. You just brush it off, but you just got him good, man. You are grappling this mofo.
And then so grapple is the action, or does it count as attack? Grapple is the action.
Yeah, grapple is an action.
Grapple is an action, so I am going to burn an action surge, and I'm going to shove him to the ground prone.
All right. Does he have to make a check for that?
It's the same kind of check as grapple.
Oh, okay. So let's see. Versus what?
Mine. What?
He kind of forces his body down, but he kind of goes forward, and his big fist just stabilizes him into he's standing on all fours. He props himself up. It's just pure muscle. That was a nice try. All right.
I say, how did they know where I lived? How did they know I came from here?
He just struggles against your body. Zaya.
Does he have to wait for his turn in order to respond, or can we have a conversation
he
in the
can
middle
have
of this fight?
Good, but he doesn't care about your questions right now, as he's just trying to grasp for you.
So, since my last action was disengage, if I walk away at this point he can attack me or no?
Yeah, I can attack you. Yeah.
Because my turn is over?
Yeah.
Okay. I will cast my spirit. Oh, he's on the ground though.
No.
He didn't make it on the. Okay.
He's on the ground. Oh no, he's standing on the ground.
Standing.
I'm grappling him, but he's not prone.
So can I walk away without getting an opportunity attack?
No. He's just standing there normally.
Oh, he's not grappled.
He has no movement, but he can do everything else.
Okay. Well, I will then cast weapon on him. Oh, that's good. 25 to hit.
That is.
That's great. And then 11 points of force damage.
All right. He looks mighty angry as he looks at this creature and this thing attacking him. This little halfling.
Yeah.
Just looking up at this huge form.
Hey, sorry, man. Nothing against you. Just saying. I'm sorry. I look somewhere else, please.
You see this? His eyes just flare up, but nothing happens.
For now.
Anything else, Zaya?
No, that was my book.
All right, Rogadar.
Okay. I'm going to move up as well.
Okay.
Right about there. And then I'm going to start attacking him.
All right.
13,
Miss.
15,
That hits.
14 points of slashing. I'm going to action surge. Attack him again. Natural 1. That's fun. 18.
That hits.
16 points of slashing. I'm going to attack him at the back end of the glaive as a bonus action.
Okay.
23.
Yeah. No, please mute your mic. Like this.
For 9 points.
All right. Wow. Okay.
That's my turn.
Perfect.
That's all?
Yeah. As Wolverbane's on top of him, Zaya is kind of poking at him with her weapon, and you're just stabbing and slicing up at him. He gets real pissed. He looks at you, Rogadar, being this bane, this literal this thorn in his side. Kind of just roars towards you, and this black smoke flies towards you and just envelops you from deep within him. He casts Phantasmal Force. I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw. Intelligence saving throw, sorry.
11.
You see just all around you these grotesque, smoky claw, like these fingers, these arms, these hands that look undead almost, but yet have these big claws. Just start shooting up all around you and start clawing at you. You find yourself completely surrounded, encapsulated. You're trapped by these hundreds of these arms intertwining, and they're just clawing at you from every direction. As far as you can tell, you are completely set apart from this battlefield. It's completely encased. Just a multitude of hands on top of hands and arms and claws. They all reach through and just start pulling at you. Do you know what Phantasmal Force does? So, essentially, what you see, everything about this illusion is real to you. No matter what happens, you, in your minds, rationalize it in some sort of way. It's 100% real.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So, right now, as far as you can tell, you are completely kind of like covered like a dome of these arms are just clawing at you.
Perfect.
Cortion.
Okay, so I'm gonna do Guiding Bolt.
All right.
Bolt. And 46. Sorry. On hit. I'm gonna use my spell sheet.
Oh wait, I had inspiration. Oh, that sucks.
No.
Oh, sweet.
That hits, yeah.
Cool. So that's 46. Cool.
14? Okay, well. Yeah.
And the next thing that hits him is got advantage
Oh, wow, okay.
till the end of my turn.
Alright. Now you join the fray. He's, after kind of just blasting this energy on towards Rogadar, he can look at Leon. What does he do with you? This radiant energy has just, he draws in the smoke around him and begins to just swell a bit more, healing himself a little bit. All right. Lucius. You see Wolverbane on top of him. You see Rogadar kind of just fighting some invisible entity as he's literally standing there. You guys just see him standing there, kind of fighting off something.
Within normal movement, would I be able to get a line of sight, do you think?
Yeah. Kind of just hanging yourselves down. Yeah.
I do that. And I do my my fancy bolts a little more.
Alright.
25 and 12.
First one hits.
He has advantage though.
Ah, yes.
Oh yeah, it's true, I do. That's more like it. So 15 plus 18, that is 33 points of damage altogether.
Okay. Perfect. See him, he's okay, wow. Jeez, he is just wrecking this guy. He stands there now, Wolverbane on top of him. He starts. You see the blood kind of just trickling down his face, all the wounds that you guys are. He seems like he's taking quite the toll on his body. He now stands up, beats his chest as Wolverbane you're holding on to him. This time as he inhales all the smoke around him. It forms up his body over you, Wolverbane, but just deep into his lungs. And he let out a mighty roar. This one, as it comes out, as the smoke comes out, it shoots out grotesque, strange images that just look terrifying. I need you guys to make wisdom saving throws.
All?
Everyone that can hear it.
So.
Can I hear it?
No, you are lost in your own little world.
I thought so.
So I hear it?
Yeah.
I got a 9.
Wait, I can use something. I'm sure. I can do something about it. Hold on, don't say anything. Let me check my D&D people. When I use...
Is this a frightened effect?
It's a fear attack. Yes, Wolverbane, let's get more of that.
Wolverbane. That's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like.
It
Yeah.
doesn't count as an ability check, right?
No. This is a saving throw, a wisdom saving throw against the fear spell. Alright, so everyone except Wolverbane and Rogadar, because Rogadar is lost in his own little minds, you guys are feared.
Oh! Am I? No. I think I have something against that. Yeah! I'm brave! I have advantage on throws against being frightened.
Great, you got a 5. It still failed.
Wait, no, I reroll, no?
No, we're gonna take your 2 here.
Okay, is it a damage roll that he has to do?
You guys are feared. So you must take your run to dash. You need to take a dash action on your turn to run as far away from this entity as you possibly can.
Man, that's so...
And that is his turn, as he's kind of... You're tiring him out. Wolverbane. Feared.
I'm not feared.
Oh, you didn't... Alright, you didn't fear.
Haha! I am the one who has... It's okay, I have little...
What are the rules on attacks if I'm grappling him?
You can still attack.
With a two-handed weapon?
Two-handed weapon? You can,
No, you can't use a two-handed weapon.
You need at least one hand to hold the creature.
Well, I do have. I have one-handed weapons, but I am just going to. Okay, so I guess out comes my throwing axe +1.
All right.
And I'm gonna just tomahawk him on the head. Try to scalp
All right.
him.
All right.
I'm going to do this recklessly,
Okay.
and I get extra attacks, so it's gonna be twice. I'm raging, so where's my +1 during X plus rage? There we go. 23.
That hits. Yeah.
So the first one does. I get a reroll 1s and 2s, so I'm gonna reroll that. 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay.
And then the second one is a natural 20.
Oh wow. Okay.
So that does 6 is 2. Does my Great Weapon Master? Oh no. Let's see, Great Weapon Fighting reroll 1 or 2 on damage dice. This counts as a damage dice for the. Oh, that. No. Okay, so we're not doubling the 1 dice roll for crits. It's 2 dice rolls. So
Yeah.
if this is a 2,
Correct.
I get to reroll that 1d6. So it's an 11 plus 4, so 15 for the second one.
All right. 15 for the second.
Yeah.
All right. As this fear spell is a concentration spell, he's got to make a Constitution saving throw to hold his sway over you guys. Twice, because you got hit twice.
If it's, I'm guessing it's not a strength.
No. He succeeds against he maintains his focus of concentration on that. Anything else, Wolverbane?
I try to still have conversation with what's left of Robert in there.
Yeah.
And as I'm hacking at him, I'm like, "You never wanted me. You never treated me like family. Everything you brought is on yourself." Just hack away at him.
All right. At which point he's kind of trying to fight to get you off. He just says, "Ever since you killed my daughter, why would I want you? Brought nothing but pain to this village." Zaya, you're feared. So you need to dash.
I'm brave but feared.
So that she doesn't get an opportunity to attack. Willingly moving? No.
She's
Yes.
moving away.
She's moving away.
Yeah, but it would get an opportunity attack,
Okay.
I think, unless the spell says otherwise, because it's not like forced movement per se.
Right. This is willing. You're willingly moving away. All right, so you're dashing away. Your speed is what, 25?
Yeah.
He just punches you in the back as you go for it. Only 5 points of damage.
Wait, I mean, are you sure he hits?
Oh, he hits 22 to hit.
Oh. Yes.
Punches you in the back. You kind of add a little kick to your run, and you're
5 points?
5 points. Yeah.
Okay. Can I use my bonus action though?
You got a reaction.
You have it's your.
Oh, it is her turn. It is her turn.
Yeah. We double check here. So fear, you must take a dash action. Yeah. What do you want to do for your bonus?
I want to use my spiritual flail.
Sure.
17.
Yeah, that is.
8 points of force damage, nonetheless.
All
Keep
right.
whittling him down.
Yeah. Pretty good job. All right. Rogadar.
Am I feared still for?
Yeah.
Am I still running away every turn?
Yep.
Oh god.
She doesn't get a check every turn.
Not until she breaks line of sight of the creature.
Oh.
And these are pretty straight streets.
So it's like I have to break its concentration.
And my flail's gonna die too.
Rogadar, in this dome of clawing paws and talons and broken arms and hands, you can attempt to make another an investigation check.
Investigation check.
Everything can use action.
Can
Yeah.
someone mute their mic? I can't hear Mike.
It's
do the
Wes. It's the wolf.
Using an intelligent investigation check. As you're fighting back this strange thing. Investigation check. But the essence of it is so real to you. As it claws out at you and pokes you, you feel yourself taking physical damage. It's so real in your minds that you take 6 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
As you guys watch as Rogadar is just fighting something in this spot.
Okay, so for my turn, I would like to slash at it randomly in some random direction and breathe acid at it in a random direction to try and fight back.
Sure. All right, we're gonna determine random action here.
Yeah.
Give me a 1d4. North is 1.
Oops,
All right,
wrong
so
one. I did a 4D instead of a D4, 3.
All right, so you kind of you're facing south at this point. It's just spitting acid, and you guys just see him jabbing to the south, kind of turned around.
Cool. Yep. And I'm still just going crazy in there.
Just going nuts. Courtyard.
So I'm feared, right? So I got to start running.
Yeah.
So I'm running directly away from him.
Yeah, as far as you can get a dash.
I got 30 speed, so dash would be 60.
Yeah.
That's 6. And then
I mean, you can run this way.
6 is 30. Oh.
However, which way? Here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So I'm like here and then a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I can just do bonus action.
Okay.
So I don't think I've taken any damage, so I'm not gonna actually do anything.
Okay.
Does this put me out of line of sight?
I would say next turn you would be able to kind of run around the house into the streets and quick line of sight. Lucius.
So I'm still feared, right?
You're feared, but we'll say that just given your circumstances, there's so many obstacles. You run away, but you kind of duck behind a house and a tree, so you can remake your saving throw. Wish.
I can remake my saving throw.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw. So you've dashed.
Natural 1.
Perfect. So you've dashed your full movement away. Caught your breath. You're like, oh, I can't see this thing anymore. And you just kind of hear a roar still off in the distance. And you're like, nope, still there. And,
It's a hidden fear.
yeah.
If anybody were to see him, he would look as normal, but inside his heart is racing.
All right. Now, Wolverbane, this creature that's you have on him, it can attack you as well. It also attacks you recklessly.
Ooh.
Actually, no, it doesn't, because you're attacking recklessly, so he already gets advantage on the attack. Disregard. He is going to punch you twice.
So like he's punching himself because I'm up on his head.
Yeah, but he's like a Goliath. He's like a an ape. He knows how to hit himself. He kind of does that thing. 23 to hits.
Yep.
For 12 points of damage. The first one.
I'm raging now, so that's only half.
Yeah. And 20 to hit for another 12 points of damage. 24 points total. And he's gonna try to bite you, but I'll say with disadvantage because that doesn't make any sense.
How can he bite me?
Well, he tries to reach over with his big head, turns around, so
Okay.
can't quite get it. When the giant teeth almost cuts you in the leg, but you dodge out of it. Okay. Wolverbane.
Okay, I'm gonna release the grapple and drop to the ground. Well, no, I'll stay on his head. I'll release the grapple, but I'll basically stay where I am, getting
Okay.
my great axe out.
All right.
And I'm going to try and cleave his skull in two with my great axe twice.
All right.
Natural 20 on the first one.
Now,
I get to reroll the 1, which is a d12. So that's 22 for the first one.
22 points of damage?
Yeah, for the first one.
Wow, okay.
And then I'm attacking again.
Yeah.
Natural 20! Twice in a row.
Okay.
For 17.
17 points of damage. All right. You literally just take your thing and you just slash into his head. You cut one of the giant tusks right at the jaw, and it comes flying off. Just black blood just flies outwards, and you take it again. You cut it across the side of his head, just smashes into the giant form of this beast, and you pull it outwards. Oh, he's pissed. He is. Oh, sorry. Is that anything else? Oh well, let me. Sorry, let me do my concentration.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's gonna fail that hard. First one was. How much was the first damage?
22.
22, 12. Oh, makes it. Makes them both.
It's based on damage?
It's 10 or half the damage, whichever's greater.
Oh.
Constitution save.
I see. I'm gonna stop talking to Robert. I'm gonna start talking to the demon. And I'm gonna yell, "Demon! Are you the one that I faced when I was a teenager? How did you come back, and how did Robert summon you?"
You kind of see the mist swirl around the square. And it says, "That is I." And just kind of this deep laugh emanate in the center of the square itself. And it just kind of says, "I have come for you." Isaiah, we'll say that you dashed into one of the houses.
Wait, can I use my bonus action before the start of my turn?
No, I think at the start of the turn you gotta run. You just gotta leg it.
Are you sure? Is this specified? Because I looked it up.
Sure, fine. So you gotta make another attack with that thing?
Yeah.
Alright. You're just like, oh!
I mean, it's gonna disappear.
Yeah.
24. And then a good, solid 10 more points of force damage.
It's like someone with a fly swatter and a spider starts dangling, and they're just flailing and like running away.
Alright. Let's say you break line of sight.
Okay.
As you kind of just dodge to one of the homes. And you can make your saving throw again.
Oh wait, I don't think it disappears actually. Fine. Listen, say I mistake this one.
You can make another wisdom
Yes,
check.
I will do that. Another. Which one? Wisdom?
Yep.
Oh!
Alright.
A natural 20.
Yeah, you're no longer feared by this creature. You're like, what is this? It's a giant monkey. It can't be that freaky. And you're no longer feared.
Yeah.
Rogadar, just flailing around, flailing about.
Can I make another investigation check?
Yes, you can. As you take 4 points of psychic damage again.
18.
Yeah, as they attack you, it hurts you for a second, but you kind of start swinging your glaive. You know, just justifying why you can't be able to hit them. In your mind, you're thinking, "Oh, they're spreading out and moving around my glaive. I can't hit them." And then you start to kind of rationalize and realize that sounds stupid. This doesn't make any sense. And in that moment, you realize you're stuck in an illusion. And you see Wolverbane beside you, beast in front of you, and you're no longer stuck.
Awesome. So I'm gonna see if I recharge my acid breath. I don't. And then I'm going to attack this dude for annoying me so. 26.
Yeah, it's
13 and the butt end 19.
26 and 19 hits. Jeez.
Okay, so 7 and sorry. And 9.
So 7 and 9?
Yeah.
7 of 9.
All right. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. As you do that, Rogadar, this time he looks at you, but without really, you know, he kind of looks at you, just looks kind of past you, Rogadar, just completely enraged now. He's pissed. The wounds you've inflicted him, mainly with a giant hack of Wolverine. He's getting real angry. He stands now tall, leans back on his hind legs, and just starts pounding his chest again. Firstly, rhythmically, and slowly, faster and faster. And as he does, you see the dark shadow smoke that thinly coats the ground begin to rapidly rush away, like a wind has blown it all away from the courtyard, and it darts through the streets, and it just rapidly kind of just dissipates into the streets. Cortion, when you were off doing your grave domain things, what were you doing? Explain it to us, kind of thing. Going to the different bodies.
I was going like door to door as much as I could. If I could get into the houses with that weren't dangerous to get into, I would do so to just see who I could pull out to the streets, just to like put their take down some notes and see if I could find any names, and do their last rites. So I would commune with my god and send them on their way.
Okay, make a religion check.
Mm-hmm. That's a cat.
That's a cat.
Is the fighting still going on?
Yeah, it's still going on.
Okay.
Okay. As this beast pounds his chest, and as the smoke dissipates to the streets, you guys hear, just off the distance, kind of the sounds of creatures rising, forming. But not as many as there might have been, but still not
Cortion wasn't there.
less as there could have been. Cortion, caught up in the moment, didn't manage to give the last rites to as many villages as he could.
Man.
So now this is personal for Cortion.
Yeah, you're bringing people back from the dead.
That's not allowed.
It's a big no-no for me.
Oh, geez, here we go.
Unwilling dead.
All right.
He rolls the D100 to see how many come back.
All right, Rogdar, that was your turn. Anything else you want to do? As you watch,
we're so spread out.
this happen transpires.
Nope, that's all I can do. Although I do snarl at this beast.
It snarls right back at you. Cortion, you've kind of broken line of sight. You've heard this, and you see now. Lucius and Rogar, you guys see this now as you kind of look at. There's dead bodies everywhere. Some of them begin to have risen. Smoke pulls their kind of essence out of their bodies, and they begin to transform to these ape-like creatures. Some of the ones you notice, Cortion, the ones you were able to do the last raids on, remained dead. Seemingly have passed on already. But the angry essence of these villagers are, it's being pulled out of their bodies and turning them into grotesque apes. But it's your turn. You can make another wisdom saving throw to break the fear.
Did the fear already break?
Oh, let me see if actually I got. Ooh, would you look at that? After the attacks of good old Rogadar, and just in the moment of him just calling upon his minions, the fear breaks. You suddenly find yourself snapped out of the fear state, Lucius and Cortion and Zaya. Well, Zaya already. So you're not feared.
Perfect.
You're just around the corner.
So I come to a stop. I stop sprinting. Turn around and take stock of the situation. Do I see these little beasts?
Yeah, we'll say. Yeah, we'll say.
Should I move first and then they'll appear, or follow me behind?
We can say they're out in the area. You can stay out there and fight one if you want to. They seem to be medium-sized creatures, ape-like, very feral-looking, but they have that same kind of essence, that smoky essence about them.
Right.
Is it eight legs?
Ape-like.
They are ape-like.
It sounded like 8 legs.
I want to. How many can I see?
I would say you can see 3, kind of spread out. You can get, if you're mailing them, you get one of them.
Okay. I'm going to move as close as I can to the team.
Okay.
Can you put me on the board where you think I should be if I can move 30, based on where I am off?
Well, you pretty much just ran around that house, so right about there. Yeah.
I'd like to stay there. And is Lucius within 60 feet of me?
Lucius is gone.
Okay.
He's beyond your range that you don't even know where you are.
So you said that I could see 3 from like this direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of just rising out of dead bodies that you
And
already.
are they coming towards me?
Yeah, they're looking towards the square.
Okay.
Kind of following the sound of the beast.
And I'm disgusted by what's transpired, and I know what my duty is now to have to put these back into the grave. And
Whence they came.
I feel like almost ashamed to have to do it because it's such a disgusting task. But I shout out to the beast and call upon a guardian of faith to pull down from my god. And so a large spectral guardian appears and hovers over for the duration. I'm gonna put him. I don't know how you can put him. Maybe.
What is this?
Yeah.
Just here. Sorry, put him here.
All right. Let me see if I got something for that.
A spectral guardian?
Yeah. And so this, he occupies that space, and all you can see of him is a gleaming sword and a shield, emblazoned with the scales, the golden scales of Kalimvor.
Is it a large creature?
A large spectral guardian. Yep.
Ooh. All right. Just
So
this.
if you could put him, cool. If you could put him actually,
Right in the
might as
middle.
well put him like there. Yeah.
All right. All right. So what exactly does this do?
So any creature hostile to you that moves to a space within 10 feet of the guardian for
Wow.
the first time on a
10
turn,
feet.
gotta succeed a dexterity saving throw, and the creature takes 20 radiant damage on a failed save, or half on a successful.
Oh wow! I mean, you see this kind of radiant energy you've never seen on Duke, called from the sky, just comes shooting down, and this spectral golden shield of Kalimvor and the sword just float there. Zaya, in comparison, your phantasmal weapon, whatever it's called, your
Spiritual weapon?
spiritual weapon, nothing. It doesn't look like anything in comparison.
It's fine, man.
It's a little. It's
It's
perfect.
not a competition.
It's no, it fits a halfling, but in comparison, it's massive.
Thanks,
That's a-
thanks for that comment, DM. Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case,
I whispered to my god, and I say, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do."
Us?
Lucius with a head shake is like,
Those are epic words.
So it's a dex save they have to make, right? You said.
"Yep."
All right. Well, as you're running, you see these. Lucius, you're kind of off to the side, kind of cowering, but you snap out of it. And you see these ape-like creatures have forms out of the dead bodies and are making their way to the center of town. You peek around the corner, and in time to see Cortion has just run to the center of town, called upon this bestial or this sensual being. As these apes, 3 of them, come chasing after Cortion, and they're leaping, off the rubble and the debris, and they come jumping towards you, screaming in this terrifying voice. But you watch as this sword just like this golden thing just start cutting up the alleyway, and I'm not even gonna bother rolling because it's gonna murder them. You just see as suddenly these bodies are just cleaved in half, and just chunks of them are just fly towards the center of the square. 3 of them immediately just fall down dead, because that's crazy.
Made a right choice.
Thanks, Cortion, for that. I will remember. All right.
Oh, they're little baboons.
The little babbies, but they're dead. They're all dead. So you see them now just clamber to the grounds. However, you noticed a couple more have entered the fray as well. To the east, to the south.
I'm surrounded.
But less than. Good. All right.
One retcon is that I'm going to say that it's like more. It's not so much celestial like golden. It's more like dark and
Right. That would make more sense. Yeah.
Kalimdor.
It's kind of like it's a giant.
It's like a
Grim Reaper scythe.
Grim Reaper.
Comes swing a sickle, just chopping up everything, and it just destroys her. Great. Okay. At which point Lucius, no longer feared, you just watched this transpire. That's something new.
Yeah, so am I currently endangered by these creatures rising up?
No, the ones that you were near, you had run to the center. Take the call.
And they all got wrecked.
Just completely decimated by this thing. This flying, I don't know what you call it. Grim Reaper.
Okay, I'm going to,
Scythe.
Spectral.
So I dashed away, so to get back to the fray, I'd have to dash again, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Good job, Lucius.
I'm not going to dash.
Okay.
I am going to run 30 feet back towards town. Actually, I'm going to sneak around the house to the north.
Okay.
Sticking to the cover as best I can.
Okay.
And actually, I will use my dash action.
Okay.
So I basically want to sneak behind the big one.
Okay. So we say you get, about halfway, dashing halfway around that house. To the
Okay.
north. Wolverbane. Actually, sorry, no, I had to change this. So it's not Wolverbane's turn. It's
Yeah, it's his turn, right? He's before
yeah. Because I had to organize it. All right. So it looks at you, Wolverbane, and as you did, still reckless, right? Are you still reckless, or is it just for one turn?
When I'm reckless, it's just that turn.
Okay, so he's gonna recklessly attack you to get advantage. He's gonna pound you to a smithereen.
What is a smithereen? Is it a type of nut?
Yes. 19 to hit.
That hits.
15 points with the first hit.
15.
15, 1-5.
Halved. So
Okay.
7.
And then 9 for the second one.
Misses.
No, sorry, 9 damage. For the second
Oh, 9 damage.
Yeah, it's 20.
4.
I would like to use my reaction from the sentry feat to
Okay.
make a reaction attack against him,
Okay.
since he attacked an ally within 5 feet of me.
Okay. And he also bites you, which hits for 8 points of damage.
Um,
Okay.
12. I'll finally use it.
Okay.
So is inspiration.
Hi.
14. Probably miss.
Still misses.
Oh man, what a waste.
Perfect.
But so he bites you as well, Wolverbane, for 8 points total damage. But it's your turn, Wolverbane.
I'm going to parry one of those.
Okay.
I'm going to burn a superiority dice. And
Oh, sorry.
roll-
He also lucky roll.
What does he?
Nothing. Rogadar, as he attacks him, Beast looks at you, Rogadar.
So it stops 4 of those.
4 of those, okay.
4 damage.
I swear my dice are weighted. I hate this D6.
That's not true.
Give me another D6. They're not hurting enough.
That's my turn now.
It's your turn now, yes.
Okay. I am going to hit him twice with my great axe.
All right.
I guess I'm not on his head anymore. He probably
No,
rolled
you're
out.
on-
I'm on the ground now.
Yeah.
Go for his legs.
All right, go for his legs.
I have advantage though. It's 24.
Okay. That hits.
10 damage.
Yeah.
26.
That hits.
9 damage.
Okay.
And I am going to use a bonus action for second wind. Heal myself a bit.
Okay.
So I heal 13. Oh, that's a perfect roll.
Jeez. All right. Zaya. You're just kind of inside the doorway of this.
Did I see the
You peek out, and yeah, you see them kind of. They're like savagely running towards the center of the square.
Okay. Can I first use my nice spiritual weapon once again?
Yeah.
Because why not?
Sure.
And it's a 10. I guess it
That misses. No. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Now, they didn't notice me. They're hitting the.
They haven't noticed you because you're standing in real line of sight of you.
And I am where I'm like super. So if I run back and. Okay, can I like lock the door? Can I close and lock the inside?
Yeah, the door is still. The house is on fire. Kind of
Oh.
other part of the house, but this area is kind of hasn't quite caught or been damaged. The door is still there.
Okay, can I lock it?
Yeah, you close the door. Poof, still a little latch.
And I lock it. Can I put like a chair in front or something?
Yeah, there's a bunch of crap around. You just kind of prop a chair up on an angle under the door handle. Secure it well.
Okay. And can I use my movement to go upstairs?
Sure. This house is catching fire though as you head upstairs. It was on fire to begin with. It did take a fireball. So it has caught quite well. It's smoky, it's hard to see up there, but you're halfling. You stay below the smoke level.
Okay. Okay, now, on my way, do I see anything valuable before the house burns down?
Make a perception check.
In the middle of all this, you just.
Why not? Like, I mean... What?
It's smoky, it's hard to see.
Ah! 20! I see everything.
Sure. Yeah. Find some stuff. You find stuff.
What
You
did
imagine,
I-
you're running past, like, you dodge to a bedroom real quick to kind of get through another wall that's been broken down. You just swipe up a jewelry box. You find like an emerald pendant that's worth 150 golds. You grab a few rings worth 50 gold each, and we'll say you find just a kind of a satchel of 18 gold pieces. Before that room begins to catch fire, you just dodge to the next room.
You said 50 gold?
18, one hit.
Oh, that's...
But it's mainly you kind of just grab the jewelry box that
Yeah,
has rings
man.
in.
And I'm gonna head to one of the...
Yeah, you dodge the next room as You can hear the foundations cracking around you. You're kind of standing in one of the windows, and looking out.
And
From
I'm
the second
assuming
story floor.
that, like, that is my watch.
Yeah.
All right, it's all good, man. It's all. I feel.
All right, Rogadar,
And Richard.
it's your turn.
Okay, see if I recharge Acid Breath. I don't. I rolled lots of ones tonight.
Don't worry, me too.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack him.
All right,
17,
hits.
7,
Yeah,
attack him.
yeah,
26 since advantage, but 8.
yeah.
And why not? One more time, 22.
Yeah.
For 8.
8 points of damage. All right, now he's getting real pissed at you. Real
Mhm.
pissed.
Oh, I expect it.
Okay. At which point he. Huh. He's getting a full round of attacks on you, Dar. As he just turns his attention right now and just starts pounding you, just punching you, as just in this infernal rage. 14 to hit.
That misses.
14 again.
Misses.
And natural 20 on a bite.
That probably hits.
Doing. Well, only 20 points of piercing damage. As he, in just rage, just starts pounding at you, just pissed off at you that you're still there. Side, always doing everything.
Yep.
And so
Cool.
that's it. Anything else?
No, I'm done.
Courtion.
So I'm gonna run. I'm gonna dash,
Okay.
which I think maximum I can reach here.
Yep.
That there. And I'm actually ignoring the giant beast and taking note of the smaller guys to the east and the south, and I'm raising my shield and getting in a position to bastion against them.
All right. At which points these ones actually do
Oh,
get.
sorry, I can use my bonus action. That's
Yeah.
right. And I'll do mass healing word.
So that hits everyone. It's
That hits. I think only Rogadar and Wolverbane and myself.
okay.
Yes. 60 feet. So Lucius and I are not in range.
No, I'm so
Alright.
far. I had to run 3
How do
times.
we get him?
So it's not much, but it's just a D4 and +7.
I roll d4 or you roll it for everyone?
I'll roll. Just a little. Yeah,
Just a little
That's
something.
okay, I
something.
don't need-
9.
little.
Oh, it's good, man.
Mwah, mwah.
That helps.
All right, Corton, as you run there and steel yourself against this wave of strange ape-like entities born from the dead that you serve to protect, they come charging at you as you're kind of in their way. Yep. So these two guys get to you, and this one here. One punches you, 23 to hit.
Yep.
Other one 17 to hit.
Yes.
Doing 20 points total bludgeoning damage. The attack just. Oh wait, they get 2 attacks. Fist.
Oh, do they? No.
So
that's
that was the first. Now the other guy is gonna attack you. That misses. 14 to hit.
Yes. I think my AC is off. I think I gotta check that out.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Doing 7 points additional bludgeoning damage.
How much, sorry?
7 points.
Okay.
The other one behind him has picked up a little rock and is throwing it at you. He 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
That one's doing 9 points of damage.
Teeny tiny little rock.
cracks you in the head.
Hits me in the eye, eh?
See, yeah, exactly. Right in the eyeball. Just, it's gonna be a pink eye in the morning because he covered it in poop because he's an ape. Get it? All right. Behind the house. Lucius.
Sorry. Oh,
You're
you
behind
cut
the
out
house.
for the first thing you said.
Gotcha.
Okay, so in 30 feet, am I ever able to get a line of sight on the big dude?
Yeah, we'll see if you can get around the house. Kind of
Okay,
pop around the house.
and still hidden from sight.
Yeah.
Okay,
Actually, make a stealth check. This still seems stealth check, I suppose. Let's see.
24. My last one was 20. If you
Yeah.
want that one instead.
Regardless, he didn't see you. It's too focused on Rogadar.
Okay, how from like, does he look rough right now, or is he looking pretty tough?
You know, he's looking like he is. Where's he at right now?
Sorry.
He's looking like he's on his kind of final straws. Like he's starting to rage. He's starting to be reckless. He's just starting to kind of flail around. He's looking pretty bad.
Oh, good. Then 2 surprise attacks from the back. 15 and 21.
Yeah, both hits.
Hear the disappointment in his voice. They both hit.
So 16, 20 points total.
How much? Sorry.
25 points. of
25. All right. Once again, Lucius sneaking around like the drow he is. Just blast them. Both of them just kind of piercing through the body. Just blast out the fronts. Just smoke flying out. Black smoke. At which point, he, kind of looks down. He just looks at Wolverbane and says, "You're lucky you have friends, but you have not." And he just starts beating his chest once again. This time, as he does, his body begins to swell even more. He begins to enlarge and grow. Muscles start to tear. You start to see, just like the skin begin to rip, and the muscles show as the form can contain the size that he's trying to get to. He grows a little larger.
What? Oh
No.
man, is that huge now
He's huge.
or immense or?
And he just grows in size. Now just towers over you, but the blood flows from him like a waterfall. This looks like to be his last attempt at just destroying you, Wolverbane.
Yeah.
And when you look at that, it's his turn.
Almost like he was
That's an
planned.
extra
That.
damage die for each attack there.
Sorry?
Is it actually
Yeah.
based on size?
Yeah.
All right. He now begins to unleash what a monk might say a flurry of blows, but a flurry of pounds. Now he just looks at you Wolverbane and just starts pounding at you and just shouting, "This is gonna hurt. Prepare your anus."
My anus is clenched.
Oh, it better be. All right. First attack. 22 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Doing 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Good thing I got healed last time.
22 to hit.
Yep.
14 points of bludgeoning damage.
I am going to flex really hard in anticipation and stone's endurance that one.
All right. That one you hear crack. Your feet kind of sink into the ground. He's kind of confused for a second as why the fleshiness suddenly dissipates.
I stopped 7 of that.
All right. Brings out his fist again.
What, 15 you said?
It was 15, yeah.
15, 7, 8, halved, so that's 4. Okay.
Punches you again. 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, it is.
And the final one, 19 to hit. That's 19 hits?
Yeah, I said it hit.
Oh no, sorry. The last one hit for 14 points, 19 points of bludgeoning damage. That was
Is there 4 attacks?
It's 4 attacks, yeah.
4 attacks.
So 19 points of bludgeoning damage and 18 points.
I am going to expend a superiority dice.
Yeah.
For the 19.
Okay.
Doing a parry. The damages expended reduce damage. So by 6, that was 19. So 13 halved 6.
7.
Are we rounding up?
Rounding up. Always round up.
Those are always rounding down.
Always rounded up.
That's not what the rulebook says.
Have we not always rounded up?
No, it is always round down.
Have we always rounded up?
No,
All right,
we've always rounded down.
Okay.
Yeah, we've always
It's been so long.
and then, sorry, the last one. The last one's what?
18.
18 damage.
Yeah.
So I have this 9. I have this 9.
Getting close, Wolverine. Getting close.
No, I'm just deciding if I need another superiority dice.
He's seeing it just
Okay,
kind of taking its
so-
toll on you, and it's empowering him.
32. Okay. All right. I'm good.
All right.
Alright, I'm going to use my reaction to attack him since he attacked Wolverbane.
Sweet. I like this.
All right.
By chance, were those reckless or no?
They were not. It was
Okay.
just a normal attack.
13 to hit then?
That misses.
Yep. I always miss. I'm having a bad day.
Yeah.
Those smoke
oh.
tendrils, they were getting to me.
Wolverbane.
his just seeing him like grow massive, and it seems to me like this is his final
Form?
his final form is like his last legs. He's on his last legs.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
mean,
just
he's missing half his
to-
jaw from where he cut it off. Smashed into the side of his skull. He's got 2 burn holes from where Lucius has kind of Eldritch Blast gone through him. He's Swiss cheese from Rogar's glaive.
Oh man, I am going to attack him twice with my great axe,
All right, do it.
recklessly.
Okay,
22
that hits.
for. I gotta re-roll that. I have to take the second one, right? Okay. Yeah. 8 damage. Attacking again. 22
You guys are really sure.
for 13.
13 points. Well, Rogar, Wolverbane, as you start hacking into his immense size after the dust has settled from the pounding he has given you, he stands back and almost looks content with the way he just punched you to the ground, but you withstand the attack and you retaliate with your own. It catches him off guard. He's the fact that you're still standing after that. He's shocked.
I've learned a few more tricks since the last time we fought.
He's just heaving. He's looking at you, Wolverbane, and says, "No, not like this." You see him, his eyes darting around. You see kind of Cortion's being swarmed by these apes. Apes from the south are running towards Cortion. Zaya has nowhere to be seen. Lucius is off to the side. You see Robert's head is darting left and right. Suddenly, the rage in his eyes has turned to more of fear and desperation. He says, "I will not end it like this. I will return for you, boy. I won't die here. Golgradon has given me his power to kill you." At which point he just kind of takes his massive hands, just thrusts you guys aside, and just begins trying to run. He just runs, just running into the houses, just smashing into the area around him, ungracefully, just colliding with everything.
Everything that's on fire. Do we get a reaction attack? Whatever that's called.
Attack of opportunity.
Attack of opportunity.
We'll say for the instance of this, in this case, he kind of just thrusts you guys aside with his big paw.
Okay, I see.
Just pushes you guys aside, and you can notice that the wounds that you have inflicted on him is making it difficult for him to move at his full potential. He moves ungracefully and stumbles and crashes into the homes and pulls himself up and climbs and just the size and his weight crashes the house again. But he's desperately trying to get further into the Lurkwood, further away from you, Wolverbane.
I chase him.
As you give chase, determined not to let him slip away, his immense size and speed, although wounded, is too much for you to kind of catch up to. He jumps and leaps from building and tree. As you see him deeper to the Lurkwood. And with one final leap, he makes a kind of a running starts. He stumbles a bit, pulls himself up, and you see him leap quite high towards a large tree at the edge of the village, towards the lower canopy of the trees. Kind of lost in that moment of the moment of him slipping from your grasp. You hear a familiar sound, a sound that you've heard once before. The sounds like wood splintering. As you watch this beast is soaring midair, leaping away from you, just trying to get away to the wood. The sound you've heard before was not too long ago, as you stood upon the precipice of death on the sinking mountain of Amon. The sound of a massive harpoon comes soaring down from above.
Oh!
Attached to its rear, flies towards Robert the beast. It impales him, flying right through him, right to the chest. As it does, it causes him to kind of miscalculate the jump. He crashes into the tree and falls to the ground. The giant barb at the end of the harpoon suddenly expands outward as the crew winches the harpoon backwards. And it collapses and just claws itself into the chest of Robert. And then you hear the familiar sound of the airship Grim begin to just immediately reverse. It just pulls back, and you see the rope go taut as the whirling sound of the propeller and the fire elemental far above you just fighting back, trying to hold this beast in place.
Is it trying to pull it back to the center of square?
Yeah.
Are they like on the opposite? Oh, sweet.
They're on the opposite side of you guys. It's come around the Lurkwood. You can hear the shouts of your crew now, far above you, as they maneuver the Grim, dragging the beast towards you. It stands at one point and tries to leap away again, but immediately just pulls back by the impaled harpoon. It jerks it back to the ground. It has no strength to continue fighting. Its claws and everything around it. But the Grim pulls it back, and it just drags. It just drags him back to the center of town. Say for the purposes of the fight, as you guys did defeat him, you quickly mop up the apes around him, the minions that have appeared. Luckily. But the Grim, you see now the Grim airship has flown above Dunbarton and has dragged the beast back to town. Wolverbane, how do you want to do it?
I want to climb up onto its chest, right where the harpoon's coming out of.
Yeah. Big, massive, gnarly-looking barb has expanded outward. It's kind of lashed onto the chest.
Swinging my great axe around a bit and raise it above my head, and I say, "I'm done with you, demon. You leave Robert out of this." And I bring it down right on its forehead, right between the eyes.
Like a real lumberjack. Like the man Alexander was. You bring your axe downwards and split it like a clean cut of wood, right down the middle of this beast's skull. And it cracks from forehead all the way down to its jaw, and even further down to its large neck.
Yeah.
Two pieces just kind of crack. You hear the bones splinter, and they just fall off to the side.
Gross.
As it lands, you can feel the body begin to shrink. The smoke has begun to dissipate from its body, and it begins to shrink in size. You leap offward, and you now see the crippled, destroyed, broken body of Robert, completely messed up, and
Is he alive?
quite dead.
Quite dead.
Quite dead.
Courtion.
Can I get out of the house at this
Yeah,
point?
so you guys say that for the So you guys,
She's just been like looting all these.
you saw
birdie
some
houses.
I
really
mean, it was like to get back.
Yes, Wolverbane.
Do you see the man over there on the stake in the center of town?
And I look, and I
It's right
I
about
assume that I
here.
can see it. Can you guys point
yeah.
it out?
There's
Right
just
about
in
here.
the center of town. There's it's a large, like 15-foot branch almost that's been driven into the ground, and on it is impaled a man.
And I confirm that I can see the man impaled on the tree.
That is the man I called father. Is there anything you can do for him?
And I'll go up and I'll there's nothing surrounding him, right? That red box is nothing now.
Oh yeah, it also dissipates.
And I will go and I'll check, look over the man. I have the feeling like he's been out of commission for some time, but I'd like to look him over.
You guys take some time to kind of bring his body downwards. It's quite hard, but you lower this branch, bring this body to the ground. It's badly impaled. It was pulled down almost into this branch and just destroyed the innards. It was barely hanging in there by the seams of his hips almost. This man has been dead for quite some time.
And I know I've seen a lot of death, so I know exactly what the outcome of this is going to be. And I turn my head to Wolverbane and shake my head towards him. And I pull out my book.
Is his soul at peace?
And as I'm writing in my book, I take time to do the traditional closing of the eyes, and I if I can commune with whatever spirit's left of him.
Sure, make a religion check.
Mm-hmm.
Is Robert's body still on the ground?
Yeah, it's just crippled. It's like his arm is falling off. It remains where the beast had disappeared.
I would like. So they're kind of focused on the Alexander right now, right?
Yeah.
I would like to go over and kind of kneel down by Robert's body and
Okay.
investigate for anything interesting.
Sure. Make an investigation. So, Cortion, as you close your eyes, begin the final rites for this man, Alexander. Close your eyes, and you kind of, you feel the presence of all the dead around you. They're like little threads in just in the space that you exist, and you feel yourself floating amongst kind of the web of the life stream around you, and you pluck through the strings and look for the spirit of Alexander amongst the dead. And there's a lot of hurt, a lot of pain around you. But you find one kind of glowing thread in this space, and you give it a pluck, and it emanates. It echoes throughout the area in your minds, and you feel a connection with this man. And you feel that. Sorry.
I'll wave Wolverbane over closer to me.
Yeah, you're kind of this.
He is there. Sorry.
Yeah, you wave him over,
Like hovering over his shoulder.
and you kind of just get this feeling of anger as you pluck the thread of anger, of vengeance, but you also have this even more stronger sense of someone who's proud, at something that that he was able to be part of something that was great, or create something that was great.
And I'd like to explain to Wolverbane, who sees nothing at the moment, or does he
No,
see?
this is just kind of like in your trance. You it's kind of how you feel these spirits around you.
Can he say anything? Does he speak to me at all, or is it just feeling?
It's just feelings.
And I'll explain to Wolverbane in the man you knew as Alexander is he's angry for the the grief of this town, the ruin and the destruction of this town, but he's proud of the man that you've become and what you've represented. He'd like for you to know that you shouldn't feel any shame for what has come to be in this place. Do you have any last words, Wolverbane?
He doesn't blame me.
You sense no guilt in the threat of Alexander at all.
He doesn't harbor any ill will towards you. He has no shame, no guilt towards you or for you.
Tell him if you can speak to him. Tell him he was the only person to show me any kindness, even though I wasn't his. He claimed me as his, and I will continue to try and make him proud.
And I think this towards him. I don't say it. Maybe I say it under my breath, and you can barely hear it. But I try to communicate this as best I can to something that's so ephemeral and fleeting from this world, and hoping that he can understand us as best as we can.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, so you kind of, haven't done this before. You try to pass along this message, or this spirit goes beyond. Yeah, you sense kind of that anger, that vengeance slowly dissipates. The presence of just kind of that final rage disappears with a kind of a knowing that someone's gonna make it right, and he's proud of that.
And I'll explain to him that his rage and his the terror that he felt and the rage that he felt during those last moments are subsiding, and we're putting him to peace, and that he knows that the guilt that you feel will subside as he knows that you'll do the right thing.
I tell Cortion, make sure he is at peace, that he can never come back in any form. His rage now belongs to me, and I will wield it as an axe.
I nod my head and say absolutely, and I close my eyes and I would like to shepherd him on into the next life.
All right, begin your usual ritual,
Yeah.
and you feel the thread of his life kind of snap from this world and proceed to the next.
And I'll stand up. I'll write a small note in my book. Put my hand on Wolverbane's shoulder and explain to him that he's at peace and he won't come back in any form that I can foresee. And I leave brusquely. Not brusquely. Brief. I'm very brief with him because I explained that I do pay the same tribute to the rest of these lost souls.
All right.
I want to pick up his body and I want to bury him. I
All
want
right.
to take him to his cabin, alone.
Okay. You watch Wolverbane picks up the body, heads off to the direction you guys had come from. Courtyard goes off and begins to finish the last rites for the remaining villagers. Lucius, you inspect the body of Roberts. He's an old man. He didn't really have anything on him, and there doesn't seem to be there's no marks or indications, anything that's on his body that's suspicious. He seems to just be a really old man with a powerful hate.
Okay, so while I'm down there rummaging around his body, I slip out my dagger at one point, give him a small gash across the hand, and collect a vial of his blood.
All right. Where's everyone else when Lucius is doing this?
I think I'm looking at it.
You conveniently decide after I'm doing it.
I'm flying down the ship.
Okay. So you're okay. Make a sleight of hand. I guess versus Zaya's perception. And Rognar, you're flying on the ship. The ship's crew. They've kind of reeled back the harpoon back to the ship. Are you calling it to land or just to kind of pull you guys up?
To land. Why not?
Okay. It finds it clearing off to the side. Kind of motions towards you and finds it clearing off to the west. Actually, no, it's small enough it could probably land in the square. It sails. Make a perception check, Zaya. All right. You see Lucius kind of just body investigate. You don't catch anything else. And Lucius, you get your vial of blood. All right. So the airship Grim lands. Wolverbane, you take Alexander back to his cabin, and you bury him in one of his gardens that he used to keep. It doesn't take you long to take one of the.
Yeah, bury him. And I leave my great axe on his grave.
All right, so you place it there, kind of like a mark sign.
And I join the others.
All right. Rognar, or Cortion, you go around the remaining of the town. A lot of the bodies, kind of all.
Can I actually follow Cortion while he did?
Sure.
Hey, actually, Cortion, like, do you mind if I join you? I won't talk, like, first.
I welcome the company. It's dark business, and a small bit of light can never hurt.
I'll give you your space if you...
No, come
So-
walk with me.
Like, my intention is just to, like, check out the town, basically, while I walk with him.
All right.
I just don't want to go back.
Most of the bodies are pretty much they're on the pretty much all in the streets. They were all driven out of their homes into the streets. The houses are all on fire. At this point, the houses are all pretty much decrepit, fallen, and destroyed. Not much is left of the town. And you guys go around the town, just observing you observe as Cortion gives the last rites to just bodies upon bodies. It's not a big village, but still quite a few people. It takes about half an hour to do so. And you complete your rounds.
So, like, on the people, do I, like, notice anything that I could be interested in?
Well, some of them have like coin pouches and whatnot. A few of them have jewelry. Are you looting the bodies?
Well, like, only if something, like, catches my eyes, I guess. I'm not gonna loot all of the bodies. Like, I don't want to do that in front of Cortion, but if there's something that unique in some way.
No.
Even though you tend to the dead, I don't necessarily believe that they need anything in their passing. That as long as you're respectful of them, that if you were to take something from them, it's not like I'm have the ability to bury.
Do you
everything
actually
like
give that information to?
No, but if you were to do it, I wouldn't. I would ask you to just be respectful about it.
Okay, so as we're walking towards this, I'll literally just ask Cortion, like, I know this is serious business for you, but how much do these dead people are attached to their valuables that they carry on them?
And I do laugh because it's something that certainly I've been asked before, and it's on everybody's mind. And I explained that, it's something that's if you're insensitive about it, I'm sure the dead would not appreciate, and certainly nobody in the party would appreciate. But if you can understand where the souls of the dead are at, they're certainly not longing for any of this gold. And I explained to her that generally, like, if there were family who wish to donate anything to the Church of Kellenborg, it's not uncommon. And I explained to her that they don't have any need for it in the afterlife. So just be respectful. and don't rifle through their pockets.
All right.
So I mean, sorry. I hope that means if you see it and it's visible, it's yours. But don't go like he had a ring in his asshole,
Yeah. So I'll just discreetly take a look.
Yeah. The village is not a rich village. It was a lumberjack type village. You pretty much stole from the one rich person in the house already.
Oh man, I'm so lucky.
Kind of, there's a few coin pouches here and there. You pick up rounded up to 25 gold pieces.
Well, you know what? It's just
You can tell. I mean, they didn't grab their
So-
valuable, try to excavate their homes from being destroyed, and everything else is burned down to the ground, or is in fire, anyways.
And then on the way back, I'll say, Cortion, I don't want you to think that I only think about valuables. But valuables save lives.
Absolutely, and the cycle of life. We find a lot of people in their passing, if they have no one to give anything to their children, or if their houses they're going to go into disrepair, they'll donate to the church, which
It's
only
true.
funds the next generation of Doom guys.
But hey, listen, if I die, just make sure that if I did come back, that I get my stuff back.
It's duly noted that you'll be buried with everything that you own.
No, I mean, there's stuff you can take. If I were to come back, then I hope that you give it back without any fights.
Duly noted.
That's right. But I mean, you can take it when I'm dead, because I don't want to waste all the stuff that I took so much effort to find and use.
You and I, when we get back on the ship, I'll write you up a beautiful will.
Well, that's gonna. I'm still young. I mean, I don't plan on dying that soon. There's no rush. I mean, maybe, Lucius might need it more than.
Zaya, I'm joking.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just one of those that dark humor, Church and Kellamore. Gotta
Yeah, I
gotta
think
brighten it up somehow.
I need a little time to get used.
All right, so you guys make your way back to the center of town. You now see the airship Grim has landed, and so Wolverbane has. You guys kind of gathered towards the ship. The crew are on board, helping you gather. They've lowered a gangplank for you guys to board, and you spot Wolverbane coming down the path without his axe, without his great axe. And you,
I don't say anything. I just board him.
all right. As your companions are all on board and they wait for you, Wolverbane, and you walk towards the airship Grim. A voice emanates from around you. A final flicker of smoke kind of appears at your feet. The shadowy essence seeping through the cracks, and it says in a deep, sinister voice, as it billows, it laughs at you. It says, "You have gotten stronger since the last we met, Wolverbane. You have your father's strength. You will do perfectly." And then you see the smoke just kind of seep into the cobblestone, into the dirt, and just disappears.
And he hears that, right?
Only he heard it. The rest of you guys are kind of on board the ship. His voice just whispered to Wolverbane.
Well, Wolverbane, are you ready to depart from this town?
I just walk past him
All
onto
right,
the ship. Go downstairs.
all right. As you guys board the ship, as Wolverbane, as you board the ship, anyways, with your crew, with your companions, you see all the crew are kind of gathered on deck. They're standing there, and they're all kneeling. They're with their heads down, and their arm kind of in a salute. And Delphine, who also kneels, now stands up, and salutes and says, kind of in her strange way, Captains, it's good to see you all safe and sound. I humbly apologize that we broke orders and attacked the battlefield without your direct input. I take full responsibility of my actions and of this crew. My life is in your hands for the glory of Cloth. And she kind of grabs one of her scimitars and walks towards you, Wolverbane. And just kind of hands it to you, like anticipating that you're gonna kill her for getting involved in the actions down below. My life is forfeit. We should not have engaged unless commanded otherwise. I am no longer the captain of the ship. For the glory of Cloth. You know, all the other crew just kind of are kneeling and just waiting.
I take the scimitar and I lay it at her neck.
And she kind of just stands straight with her eyes closed and kind of salute to the Cloth, just ready.
I wind back for a really big strike. And I kind of like swing it back and forth, testing the weight. And I put it behind me on my my pack.
Yeah.
Put a hand on her shoulder and say, "Did a good job." And I go downstairs alone.
All right. You push past the crew, who all kind of just look around, kind of caught off guard. But you head downstairs to one of your cabins. Delphine's kind of caught off guard, and she says, "Okay, let's get the ship going, captains. What's your next command?"
Yeah, where were we headed?
Follow the map.
Continuing to the next burial mound as fast as you can.
All right. And she orders a crew to get ready and disembark from Dunbarton. All right. So you guys were next on the list was Shining White, which is still another day or two's flight from where you guys are now.
Okay, I want to use my Wolverbane can read, I guess.
Yeah, I can read.
Yeah, so I'm gonna write
He's
a
not
little
Grog.
note. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm gonna write a little note, like as we're on the ship and Lucius is talking serious stuff, you know. I'm gonna write a little note that says something
I'm
like,
not talking to anybody.
"Yeah, you're talking to the commands the ship about like where we're going next," which I really don't care about. So I'm gonna write a little piece of paper
Okay, sure.
that says something along the lines, "Hey Wolverbane, you know, we all understand how emotional this moment is, and we will give you the time you need, but if you need anything, just write it on this piece of paper and Francis will give it back to me, and I'll send Francis to him, and I'll put a nice little heart and a nice little flower, and I'll put a little I'll sign the names of everyone
Except for Lucius.
and then at the bottom I'll put a little Lucius, because I assume his handwriting would be really small, and then I'll cast Francis and I'll send him
All right.
to Wolverbane.
This little kind of note just flutters into your room, Wolverbane. And it's the note that's inside your room. So, you guys are journeying towards Shining White. Is there anything you guys want to do aboard the ship? The airship Grim. They're
How long does
giants.
it take?
Well, that's one more day and a half or so.
Day and a half. I'm eventually gonna come out. I'm not gonna lock myself in there the entire time.
Mhm.
I'm gonna get hungry.
Alright.
I actually, like, whenever, like, Cordion is sitting by himself somewhere, like, I don't know, just taking some time, I want to go over and talk to him.
Sure. At some point at the ship, Cortian heads below deck to one of his rooms. And Zaya, you kind of follow him.
Okay, I didn't expect him to go downstairs
what
in
a-
his room. I was thinking he was going to stay on the deck.
Let's say instead I'm I don't know, I'm just looking out of the
He
deck.
doesn't have to be, like, isolated. I was just...
Have to be.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys are on deck. Oh, but I don't want Lucius to hear. Okay, you guys on our deck. So you can't win.
No, it's
So,
not like...
okay,
it's not like
Cortian.
What's the rent here? This is, I need more space.
And then I'll say, like... And I'll sit beside him and I'll say, "So, we talked a little bit about, your
The will, yeah.
rituals.
Come.
No, I mean, not
Let's
yet.
get writing.
Not yet. Let's talk about your book. So, you have this book, and I know you write, ritual-related stuff.
Mhm.
But here's where we have something in common. And then I'll pull out
Oh.
my book. And I just want to explain to Cortian how I carry this book that is incomplete. And it's from a long lost tale of a very famous bard. And so it's like impossible to read at this point. And that he's lucky that he has a book that he can write in and use, because my book, I almost died retrieving parts of it. And that it's still incomplete at this point.
So
and there's
this
still pieces recovered for it.
this book that you've got, it's written by a famous bard. That bard's not you though?
Well, it could be me someday, but not yet. But I mean, if I could retrieve the rest of it, then it would eventually, hopefully, belong to me.
So like pages are ripped out of it and such, and the
Yeah.
writing is too hard to read.
Well, I mean, I can read whatever I have in front of me. It just doesn't make sense because it's not complete.
Right. So you know part of the story, or is it like, and just the end is ripped out, or do you know just certain pages are ripped out?
It's like chapters that would be
Okay.
missing. Like whatever pieces just fell apart because it was dismantled by its owner so that it couldn't be used again.
Right. And I would ask you to just read me a little bit. Wait, has anybody, have you ever read this to anybody else?
I mean, I don't mind showing it. I think I could read, but I could definitely say that, like, the goal of it is that it allows, well, I mean, the way it was created made the bard that owned it much more powerful and much more famous and much more charismatic than he was, and that's how he became renowned. But it's a lost. It's a story that's becoming lost, and that people don't actually believe it to be true. But I retrieved a part of it.
So you know it's true.
Yeah.
You
And
should
we
read me
also
some of
met
that at some
a
point.
dragon. Someday, when I'm ready. But yeah, we also met a dragon that bard. And
So this dragon knew this bard?
yeah, this dragon that we met with before he came around, he's called Vexalanthus, and he has so much knowledge. I mean, I'm sure he would know a lot of dead people that you would like to know about.
I don't just hang out with dead people all the time.
I mean, he would know a lot about dead people in general, not just dead people, I guess.
So we would have a lot in common, I figure.
Yeah.
Where'd you meet this dragon?
In some forest somewhere. I mean, we're going not too far from there to get our.
Yeah, this dragon sounds interesting. And if he knows this bard's real, then and you know this bard's real, then I'm convinced that there's got to be something to this book.
Oh yeah, for sure. But that's also why I really, because I know that there's something there for me.
You cut out just as you said, really.
Oh, I know that it's real. I can't really remember what I said, but I'll just repeat it. I said that I know it's real, and that's why I have to go to the Silverwood.
Yeah, I'm on board. I like this tale already, and I haven't even read the book.
Right? Like, doesn't it just smack right into your curiosity?
This is exactly what I needed. You could write a book on this.
I mean, I'm starting a little long. Sorry, blue screen appeared.
A little book of your own?
Like, I mean, I'm listing because, as halflings, we're more about the oral books than the written books.
Yeah, all about the experience.
Yeah, just like, telling it by words, like just speaking it out the stories. That.
Oh, and this is a fantastic tale already. And I'm sure we've got many more chapters to write.
Well, you missed a lot of stories in the past that I can recall you later.
Now we've got the best storyteller on this ship.
That's right. Who is that? Wait, that's me.
All right. You guys begin to make your journey to Shining Whites. Anything you guys want to do for tonight? Anything last conversations or moments or things?
There's one more thing, unless someone else has.
Anyone else besides Zaya?
Lucius is just kind of keeping to himself.
Okay.
He seems to be particularly thoughtful, and anybody who happens to glance over at him notices a little smirk under his hood.
I wish I had paid more attention to what Lucius was doing.
You were in the middle of your kind of
Yeah.
prayer, and you had no idea.
Yeah, I don't think I would have enough context to really to know where he was at.
But basically, unless somebody approaches him, he just spends the trip kind of gazing out over the horizon and just thinking to himself.
All right.
I continue to whip the lazy crew member into shape.
Yeah, you bring Orescus. you have Orescus on deck, and you just that obese man. You just continue trading him, and he sighs when he just kind of. It's not so obvious because you are his captain, and so you continue to train him for the next couple days, and
he's gonna be stuck with us for at least 2 weeks if we keep the ship.
Oh, he absolutely hates every moment of it.
Perfect. He will grow to enjoy it.
But Delphine, you see Delphine, she kind of smiles and she takes humor in watching her crew members, your crew members, sorry, get into better shape. And well, I think that's where we'll end for the night then. As you guys journey towards Shining White, one of the mounds of the Wolfguard Barbarians.
So
That's it.
nobody
Thanks,
wanted to.
No, I do. I'm dying to. Do we have more time?
If you guys want to
No,
do
no,
it,
no. I just mean like because like the DM asked, like, is there anything you guys want to do on the trip? And nobody said, I want to ask Wolverbane about all that stuff.
I'm gonna assume.
Do we have time? If we've got.
Well, I assume
no,
that was.
but-
I assume that was.
Okay.
Long conversation. So we can start next session with. There's gonna be a Wolverbane moment for sure. I just didn't want to get into that tonight, but unless you guys want to, I mean, I'm free.
No, I'm good.
No, if we're gonna end at 9:30, end at 9:30, and then. But I've got some stuff.
Don't worry, I was not gonna skip over Wolverbane's sudden just disappearance, and we're gonna show. No, don't worry.
I thought it was like, okay, next session we're at the new burial.
I didn't want to get into it. I didn't get that but
Okay.
that's how we start off next session with Wolverbane and the questions that you all have for him.
Cool.
He's also muted, and hopefully he learns how to unmute himself and mute himself at the proper times.
Ooh.
All right, that's yeah.
It's hard.
That's-
hard
It's Zone
hard
of
skill to
Silence.
master.
You guys wrecked that beast.
Yeah,
you
that
guys
was fun.
gotta do way too much damage.
No, it's just luck.
all those
Actually,
criticals. I got 2 criticals in a row.
It is a lot of luck, and
Yeah, I opened up with 2 crits. That was pretty
Yeah.
good.
there's a lot of criticals, and I rolled a lot of small, like low rolls for kind of his enrage. So you guys you dodged a lot of extra actions, which is great. Awesome, great. That's it. That's all for me.
All right, thanks for watching. Anybody who's on Twitch or who watches this in the future on YouTube, which, by the way, we're working on catching up the episodes. If any of you actually do check that out, you may notice we're a few episodes behind, but that should be remedied in the next few days. And yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching.